Hi everybody, it's me, Lindsie Star. Welcome to my channel. And this is a really crazy vlog, but I have to go live to explain what's going on. And the reason why is because, first of all, I tried to record this a couple of times and it nearly got my hand cramped up. Even though I decided to switch on both of my hands. So, that is one of the reasons why. So anyway, I gotta address some things, and if you guys can tell in the name of the title, is it's bots, hands and arms cramp, pro wrestling, and more. Alright, I have to address everything, and the reason why is, well, it's how it is. And the reason why is what I have to address is because there are things that I need to let you guys know. So, first of all, let's talk about the first situation, bots. If you guys didn't know, since I can pull this up on my phone, since I made a video about this, though I forgot to put it down. I made the video about, let's say, 3 to 4 days ago. It's called My Gaming Channel's Hit with Bots. Bots. It's the same channel. And if you guys are wondering, what is it? Well, apparently, it's electro music, and I had to make a video about this. However, and I do mean this, actually, I can tell it's 4 days ago, because the date's right there. I said 3, it's actually 4. Anyway, so we made this video about 4 days ago. And the reason why is, well, I will explain. So, what happened was, I decided to go on to, what happened was, I think it was Saturday, I went to, it was on a Saturday, I believe. Hey, I'm just sending this out. Alright, so as I was saying, it was on a Saturday, I believe, and what happened was, I was on my channel, and I found out that I'm up to 89 subscribers. If you guys are watching this right now, or you're watching this later, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are definitely go on, because I need to reach the 100 by the end of this year, okay? It's a small stepping stone to something bigger, and I will explain to that when I explain about this part. So what happened was, it was around Saturday, and I get this, and I do this survey, and I know it was a Saturday, and I was about to tweet and say something to Philip DeFranco, and I will talk to him about that later. But anyway, talk about him later. So what happened was, I do this survey, and they're asking how's YouTube helping me out, and sadly, it did not help me out lately, because the reason why is, the reason why I haven't much getting a lot of help as of late, the reason why is it has to deal with me getting those bots. So when I did the survey, all I had to say to them was, why are you allowing bots on YouTube to promote another channel by bypassing the block words? And I just want to know why. Why is YouTube allowing this? Even though I had this happened, this channel, Electro Music, has been bothering me, plaguing my channel, both of my channels now, for months. For several months now. Especially on my gaming channel, where I had exports from my Twitch channel when I was streaming Minecraft or Fortnite or Roblox X or anything that I can have on my smartphone, my Samsung Galaxy S8, and I know the label here is getting worn out, and I was still trying to find a new case. Anyway, so I'm like, why is this happening? I'm like, and I made the video from both my on here and also my gaming channel to everybody to go watch that video as well. And after I post both videos up, music as well, that I got off of Maron Music, which by the way, it is free, but you have to read the rules. Except for some of the remixes Jordan made, so, alright, so, however, and believe me, first of all, I'm wondering, how can you get music to be played when you're doing a stream? Unless, like, what I'm doing right now, I'm using this. I'm on my phone. And yes, I have some apps, but my lock screen is my artwork. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, it's just my artwork and it's my lock screen. Of course, so, when I made those two videos, I'm like, hopefully there's some people to understand. The next thing you know, I'm streaming on Twitch, and what happens next? This is gonna make you laugh. I got hit by bots again. Those same bots, all leading up to this channel, Electro Music. And I just want this channel to be shut down on two reasons. I'm pretty sure bots to hit anybody who doesn't have music or talking about Electro Music, that channel, and also because they also had stole music. And it says so in their about page. And I believe the Electro Music is run by a guy who's trying to pass off as a woman. But they changed the email so they know that they're not, they want to say, oh, I'm a woman. No, you change the email so you don't get caught. Seriously. I'm on to you, Electro Music. Whoever you are, if you are a guy, and you're harassing me with your bots, understand. And where I live, New Jersey, this is against the law for harassment on the internet. And I can easily tell my mother about this, and we can go take this over to the police, and they can hunt you down, and I will make sure to sue you. But I just want answers from YouTube why they're allowing this. I mean, seriously. I don't care if it's I do not want to hear if it's an automated message. I want somebody on YouTube, either it's somebody who works at YouTube. I don't care if it's someone over at who deals with all the gaming stuff, or it's the CEO of YouTube. I want answers why YouTube is allowing bots to be happening, especially to me. Why is this happening? Why is there bots coming after me, promoting a channel called Electro Music? Why is this happening? And I know that Electro Music is run by some guy who's allowing this to happen. All I want is answers, okay? But apparently I won't get any answers at all. And believe me, when I made the video, I tweet this to YouTube. I get from Team YouTube, they give me some weird response, which is probably automatic. And if you guys haven't seen my video, I'll make sure the video's out there if you're watching this later. Or actually, might as well show you the tweet. Because this is what happened. I'm sorry losing my voice already, but understand I'm kind of mad. So, here's the thing. I said this 4 days ago on Twitter, and I say, hey Team YouTube, why is their channel still active using bots to harass me? I had reported the channel who keeps doing that. They hit both my vlog channel and my gaming channel with bots that bypass my blocked words. I haven't reported that channel to Pat, but still getting bots. And I forgot to mention I also reported the bots. So, here's their response. Just to confirm, have you tried blocking the contact using these steps? Let us know this helps. And believe me, I ended up blocking those who retweeted and liked what YouTube's saying. They're also bots as well, I'm pretty sure. So I responded to them saying, I had reported and blocked the channel and the bots, but more bots are coming out. Also, they are not in my contact, so no. If you want to see here, this is what it says. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is what I said to them. This is what YouTube said, because I believe this is automatic. And how the heck would Alestra be in my contacts? You know? And then here's the response from me. And yes, I do look so weird. I'll change the profile image soon. But I just really want to know, why on earth would you give me that response? You know? And I am kind of losing my voice. And I do apologize if you guys think I'm kind of a little worse, but I'm very angry and upset, and I need to have answers. I would hope for at least somebody to cover, but I guess there's another thing I'll have to do, and may have to do this through my phone first, is I have to earn money, and then I'll become a Patreon to Philip DeFranco and see if I can have privilege that if he could do a story on why YouTube is not responding to issues like these bots that I've been getting played with. Especially when it has music that I got from Maron Music. And if you guys need any music, go to Maron. I had to link 3 channels that are worth it. Even though I only tried 2 out of the 3, but the third one's kind of confusing. Excuse me. They are... The 3 channels I'm talking about are Maron Music, that is owned by Jordan Maron, aka Captain Sparkles. It's one of his 5 channels that are active, and he owns. Namelessly, there's that, Captain Sparkles, his main channel, Captain Sparkles 2, which is his VOD, VOD, video on demand channel, which apparently reached, heard it reached 500,000, so, then there's his vlog channel, which is, just Jordan Maron. I'm just saying that it's his name, Jordan Maron. And then, of course, he also runs the Fortnite cinematic channel, which he does with Mama's Boy, who had done in the past all of Jordan's Minecraft videos from the days that series he did with Tom, Sonia, Tucker, and of course Trainer and Sunday. So that's one of them. The 99 Lives, I heard that and I still believe it is somewhat co-owned by Sunday. I'm not sure if he still have that, because I know he's focusing on his gaming company, Double Jump Studios, which I'm gonna make a video soon, promise you guys. Anyway, there's that. And And then, of course, there's Techno Acts. And how I found Techno Acts is actually because of Jacksepticeye. Okay. In his outro, he uses it coming from Techno Acts. And it's run by a guy, and he has he has more channels. And apparently, the one I linked is the main one that is live and playing free music. So, if you need any music, I'd recommend one of those 3 channels. So, there you go. Anyway, so besides of that, another thing I have to address. My hands and my arms are kind of cramping. Why is that, Lindsie? You guys are asking me. Well, it's because I have been doing a lot of things. Mostly is I had to help my mother out with the laundry because it's a really weird situation because our washing machine's upstairs and our dryer's downstairs. And you guys are wondering, why is that, Lindsie? Well, it's because my father did this. So, yeah. So, lately I'm maybe going to do today, sometime today, probably tonight, I'll probably will be at the laundromat doing laundry with my mother. And if you guys are wondering, why can't your brother help you? He goes off to bowling, and he doesn't, and he's not happy, and apparently he's not appreciate the washing and drying that my mother and I do for him. Yeah. He just simply ignores it. Doesn't say, oh, thank you, Mother, thank you, Lindsie, for doing my clothing. And then we'll say, well, you're welcome. But where's that? He thinks, it's hard to explain. So that's one thing why I have that. Another thing is I have to do grocery shopping with my mother, or sometimes I do it on my own and let my mom rest. So that's another thing. And then, of course, there's this. When I'm making videos, or when I want to play games that have to let me earn money because I'm not doing well through Twitch or here. And, of course, also because I had made some artwork. And if you guys haven't seen my post from, I guess, during this weekend, or this past weekend and last weekend on Instagram, I will show you guys now. So I do it on my Instagram story and on Instagram. Like, for example, so that's the reason what's going on. So, for example, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is supposed to be Stacy Anosa, aka Stacy Plays, and you can see where I got the idea from. And then, of course, this is from last week. And if you guys can't see that, and yes, you can tell some of them, like one of my I don't know if you guys can see that. Yes, you can tell see if you guys can see that, it says and it is Tyler, believe me, it is Tyler. Yeah, this is my artwork of Tyler, and I got it from this. I don't know if you guys can see it. So, and yes, as you can tell, it's Tyler. Anyway, so that's what's causing me to have cramps both in my hands and my arms. And because I haven't much working on my arms as much, but I have been, and my mother noticed how bumpy it is. If you guys can tell from here. Just I have some flab here. But it's bumpy here, flab here. Bumpy here, flab here. Okay? And I'm laughing about that. Which apparently brings to my next situation, segue to the next topic, pro wrestling. And I know you guys are going to talk to me and saying, okay, Lindsie, if you're going to talk about pro wrestling, can you explain to me what just happened and with Dave Meltzer, Peyton Royce, and why on earth Philip DeFranco talked about this? Well, I guess I'll start. It was more than a couple of days ago, I found out somebody listening to the Wrestling Observer, listened to, Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez talking about, wrestling, mostly WWE. And usually they talk about WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, or Impact Wrestling. So the big four, just say. Alright, so let's say we'll refer to as the big four. So why on earth, no means necessary, what happened? And that somehow, and this, everything ended up onto one huge YouTuber that I watch. Well, what happened was somebody was listening to their podcast where Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer were talking about the women's tag team known as the Iconic, or I refer them as the Iconic duo of Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Two ladies who are from Australia, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure about Billie, but I heard Peyton has been trained by Lance Storm. So this is prior to her to WWE. Now, what happened that made everybody go crazy? And I'm thinking this is not going to be the end of this. What happened was, somebody had listened in, and Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez, they were talking about, Peyton and her Indies. I'm just using me for example, okay? Because I am a female. So, and, that's what they're saying. Somebody clipped that, tweet this to Peyton. She freaked out and thought it was about her body. Either way, and I do mean this. Hang on. Sorry about the coughing. Anyway, either way, what Dave Meltzer did was wrong. And when Peyton heard about this, she got mad and angry and tweeted at him. He responded. He said he was sorry. But there were some wrestlers who heard about this. They were not happy about this, especially those who are in WWE or who no longer in WWE, but still came to the fence. It's like MPV. Hey, and I know Stevie Richards had to say something about this, and though he actually kind of blasted him with a video clip about Meltzer interviewing somebody. Anyway, so what happened? So somehow, I guess this became a trending thing, and then next thing you know, I guess somebody probably who works for the Philip DeFranco show, I don't know who grabbed all the stories. I'm not saying which one, the ones who I see on Phil's secondary channel, but I was like, really? So just understand, hear me out. Don't go after Philip DeFranco. He doesn't know much about what some of us do know, the wrestlers, who is, because all he said was he only knows the wrestlers from when he watched it was the Attitude Era. And I understand that, Phil. But some of the wrestlers you have quoted from, like Tyler Blees, Seth Rollins, which he said -6 stars, Dave, reference to Meltzer breaking his dang scale. Oh, because that was about Kenny Omega. And then, of course, he got from Beth Phoenix, which apparently he mentioned her as Beth Copeland. And this will shock Philip DeFranco or anybody who hasn't not been watching wrestling for a while. Beth Phoenix is excited way goes by her those who Phil mentioned saying Beth Copeland. She is married to Adam Copeland, otherwise known as Edge. So nice quote. So nice taking us. So nice job, Phil. They'll have you or somebody in your team and taking a tweet from Edge's wife. Good job, Phil. I'm just messing around, okay? But understand. I know where he's coming from, you know. It was very disturbing, very disgusting, and I was like, that's not good. And I know there are some people who are the situation going on who are trying to use that advantage about Meltzer and crucify more because there's something else. I will explain this more sometime a little bit later. Just have to find out what's going on. But anyway, so either way, I was like, oh, great. Because of this madness happened, I was like, great. Now Philip DeFranco here talks about this. I'm like, yikes. I'm like, I'm actually kind of embarrassed. This ended up into the hands of a huge YouTuber who talks about things from talking about YouTube, Twitch, real news, and other things, and and all this situation happening that I do appreciate for. And I'm like, great. I'm like, I need somebody who knows the current product going on. So I end up watching Ryan Satin. So I said it. So it was Friday. So I had to go watch Ryan Satin because, after all, I need to hear from what he's saying and about the situation with Meltzer and Peyton. Even though I'm surprised he did not know about this, but I had to mention in the comments that Philip DeFranco talked about this. So, anyway, I decided to go watch Ryan Satin and him talking about what else? About the Meltzer situation, and then it goes segue to Jordan Grace. So, I'm watching his podcast, just as Pro Wrestling Cheat, and next thing you know, my cable box goes on the blink, and this is what I did. Then this is what I talked about. Let me show you the video. We'll talk about, sorry for a little burping. That's me for coffee. So anyway, so back to the situation. So because of what happened. When I made the video about 3 days ago, where it's titled, "I'm angry angry that Comcast has messed with my watching." It's a reference to me when I made this video. Jeez, I didn't see that happen. Wait, I may have to go. I may have to blurt it out. when I made this video, and apparently 2 people disliked this. Yeah, so the video was, I am angry that Comcast has messed with my watching YouTubers. It was because I was angry because of what happened. So what happened was, I was in the middle, everything was fine during the whole entire time until I went to go watch Ryan Satin. I mean, I went to go watch H-Bomb 94 because I wanted to try to catch up on him of the Deep End and a Minecraft Java series that he and a bunch of other YouTubers who play Minecraft that I know of are involved. So I watched a little bit of that, and then I got a notification, and that is Tyler Pappas, aka Lotto Zip, had uploaded on his Pocket Edition channel, which is all about Bedrock, of something that I really want to try about. Or no, it was something else. Wait, let me triple check this. What was it that brought my attention? So anyway, so where was I? Okay, so I get a notification, so I had to watch that. Then I went to go watch Ryan Satin, and him and his co-host talking about the whole entire situation within the rest, about what happened with Dave Meltzer and Peyton Royce, and I'm like, yay. So it was working to the point until I went to watch about them talking about Jordan Grace, who ended up talking about, they had to talk about that because she was getting a lot of DM messages about these nasty fans, they're all men, send her direct messages and want to do nasty things, and I'm not going to say it on here because it's nasty and YouTube would be angry. So anyway, they get to the point, and next thing you know, my cable box goes on the brink. I mean, it goes crazy on me. So I'm getting to the point there, and the next thing you know, signal goes down. This not happened once. This not happened twice. This happens 3 different times. This happened 3 times. Nearly the span of a minute, at least. I get to the part at them talking about Jordan Grace. The cable box goes off. I get a no signal message. Cable box comes on. It happens since 3 times. About the 4th time, I'm about to go to... About the 4th... Somebody's calling. I don't know who it is. Sorry. Just ignore it, okay? It's some random... It's been bad enough that I'm getting spam calls, and apparently New Jersey government's not dealing with it. So I'm just kind of more angry about that. So, anyway, furthermore of talking about this is, so where was I? So, yes, I was like, why? Why is this happening? So, about the 4th time this happened, I went to go, I get another notification on my phone. Philip DeFranco decides to upload Friday's video, and somehow it's working for me. So, I'm like, why? Why is this happening? So, I would like to have answers to this. And I was like, I really broke down. I was very upset. I called my mother. who was at work, and I told her. And I said to her, like, what should I do? She's like, go restart, just pull the plug and restart it. I'm like, okay. So, despite of this happening, I'm like, I unplugged it, because even though I wanted to get out so I could go watch Philip DeFranco, and that would happen. So, because of that, I was way worried that if I go back watching Ryan Satin, it'll probably act up again. So, instead of going back watching that, I went to go watch Philip DeFranco, decided to watch other YouTubers. That's it. So, I was like, this is bad. That I just wanted to watch to hear about what is going on within pro wrestling. Why on earth what happened when last week when Meltzer said something stupid that he should not talk about what just one female wrestler actually it should say one women's wrestler in WWE. And actually, speaking about WWE, I have a message to any wrestling fan, especially those who love watching WWE. Please do not go and be what this is quote from Philip DeFranco, don't be stupid. And the reason why I'm saying this is it's around, I think this happened around Saturday or Sunday. Saturday or yesterday. I get a notification from Twitter, and it's from somebody I follow, and that's Kenny Omega. And he makes a statement, I'm like, oh dear. And I think, who was it? I think it was Nick or Matt replied to him, and I'm like, oh jeez. And I do mean this, but just don't be stupid. Alright, and what happened was, let's see, let me find it. Right. So, I end up reading, so this is actually, this happened on Saturday night. Yeah, this happened Saturday night. And he tweeted this. Is there one thing I can surely count on? It's Death, Taxes, and NXT fans tweeting at me nonstop during one of their events. I know it sounds crazy, but I hope the best for all those guys. I'm not the enemy, just a guy doing his best somewhere else. And then, and here's who it was. It was Matt Jackson. And he said, they tweet to you too? I guess so. And I guess somebody else did. Oh, Will Spray. And the reason why I find this interesting and why I'm very upset about this is somebody for somebody who tweeted at Kenny Omega or Nick and Nick or Matt or both of them, both Young Bucks, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, both of them or one each, is why on earth I'm finding this out, and what does it mean? And I know it's about this, and I know why. And this is why I'm quoting Philip DeFranco. Don't be stupid. The reason why? There are wrestling fans who are heavily based, love watching WWE. And they tweeted it and asking, why you're not in WWE? Why you're not in WWE? When are you going to be in WWE? When are you going to be on NXT? Guys, this is the reason why wrestlers like Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks will not go to WWE. Alright? And here's the reason why. Kenny had already been in WWE and one of the developmental systems that are no longer active. I know NXT is the only one now, but back then when they have two, they had at least two of them. One of them is Deep South Wrestling, and then of course there was Ohio Valley Wrestling. Then that was shut down, and then there was Florida Championship Wrestling, which just became NXT. He was there, and he was not happy in Deep South, which was at the time part of the WWE developmental, and you can say he was not happy about that. And plus, it was something around that time, he wanted to go to wrestle in Japan. He was trying to make a name for himself, but he really wanted to go to Japan, and I think this has to do with his good friend Kota Ibushi. And so he had interest to go to Japan because he wants to wrestle there, and which he does now. So, but to go after Kenny Omega just because he's happy where he's at, saying why you're not in WWE, it's because he's happy there. That's his happiness, and I don't blame him. Same thing with Nick and Matt Jackson. They're happy where they're at. If they want to stay with Ring of Honor and New Japan, let them. You cannot dictate that. Alright? And it's not just those three. Just the elite. You know, there are those who went after Cody and Brandy Rhodes. I'm like, okay, why? It's just they're acting so stupid. And what happened was, I was on Twitter and I saw Cody was responding to somebody who went after him, because he uploaded a video of his wife Brandy playing around with their dog Pharaoh, and it's all fun. Somebody tweeted at him, calling him a dirty flop and citing abuse. I'm like, first of all, Cody left the WWE on his own terms, in which he did, and he's found happiness elsewhere. And second of all, accusing Cody and Brandy of animal abuse? Nope. That's not abuse. What this person was just trying to be stupid, and they're trying to get attention from Cody and Brandy in a bad way, and not a good way. I was like, nope. Neat. So, I'm really mad. I'm really angry about this. I'm not reporting the person. Didn't call him out because no time. I don't want to waste a tweet on somebody to be that stupid. So, if you want to be that person, then, do it to somebody else. Don't go after any of the wrestlers, because they don't want to hear your nonsense. That's as much as anybody would. You might as well lose your Twitter account, your Instagram account, if you go after them on Instagram too. I mean, because why on earth would they want to hear about this? They don't. No. So if you want to say something to Cody, Brandy, Young Bucks, Kenny, even Hangman, Flip, Marty, any of the wrestlers, either if they're in New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact, WWE, just don't be stupid, and say something really offensive that you know you're going to get in trouble, you're going to get a lot of hate from. Alright? So please, if you want to talk about NXT, just don't tweet to Kenny or Nick or Matt, Will. They don't want to hear about this. If you want to talk to them about Ring of Honor, talking about New Japan, talk about All In, talk about this, that. Don't go talk about WWE or Impact unless they are on Impact. Alright? I mean, actually, if you want to talk to Kenny, besides talking about wrestling, talk to him about what games that he likes, or just congratulate. Actually, I should congratulate him to getting the deal with Razor. Either way, don't be that person and by acting so stupid. And let them be how they are, having their own happiness. And speaking about happiness for myself, besides that, I'm enjoying watching the cast of Being the Elite, and been watching other YouTubers. That's what's making me feel happy. Though the one person I do not like to talk about is what my friend is kind of want me to talk about. And I don't like to talk about him as much as anybody does, but the reason what happened was I had to make the video about this individual because somebody went to pretend to be this person, and I was very angry and upset this happened. And the reason why I made the video was to call this person out, saying, you're not supposed to be pretending to be this person that I have not been talked about in over a year. You're trying to pass off as him just because what? You want to talk to me about that? Just talked about his matches from since his early years until recently? Like, seriously, why? Why you want to pretend to be him? And I think I noticed what happened. And, I like to talk about other YouTubers. Mostly I like talking about Lockdown Zip because, I'm not being just mad about this. It's just that it's bringing my happiness. Ever since that day, that last Sunday in April, when my mother's friend called our house to tell my mother about something that I don't want to say because this is going to make me upset. I was in a mess. But watching Tyler and Sunday and Craner and Tia, and Jordan, everything was like, gone away. And despite I did not like to talk about this, but even though I kind of feel like I'm about to cry, but, I needed this. And, watching YouTubers doing games, it just disappeared. You know, even though even though I've been thinking about what had happening ever since. But, things happen badly and goodly. But, at the end of the day, I'm really glad to watching somebody like Tyler Pappas, aka Locked On Zip, to just make sure that the pain that I had, the feelings, won't go away as much. As long as I can watch somebody to make me feel happy again. That's how it is. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Alright, but I'm just glad, to watch people. Despite of how things was going against me, I know deep down inside to watching somebody. And it just made me feel happy. Despite I also decided to get back into doing artwork, where I can drawing Tyler and post this up on my Instagram using the hashtag, and then Tyler responding. Because I had knew from watching his Instagram story, he likes to go find about anybody who uses the hashtag LockedOnZip on Instagram, and he'll come. And, don't get me wrong about this, but, I'm just glad for somebody like Tyler to be there. Ever since then, but for somebody like my friend who wants to try and make things right again, even though I said to her that what happened over a year ago, that I find this out before anybody did in the wrestling community to know about this, is how it is. And don't get me wrong about this, but all I want is to be happy again. And there are a lot of things. And at the end of the day, and I don't care if anybody gets mad at me because I haven't much talk about pro wrestling, because things are kind of too much weirdness or getting a little bit out of control, but understand that all I just need is some kind of escapism from the pain that I've been having. And sure, you get mad at me or not, But you know, no, I just want to have happiness. And if pro wrestling cannot provide it, then where should I go? That's why I have to have more than one outlet of ways of entertainment. And, and just don't get me wrong, but it's hard to, enjoy pro wrestling when there are things going on. So, at the end of the day, this is all about what's going on with me as much as anybody. You know, that's all I'm just saying. Now before I wrap this up, excuse me. Before I wrap this up, I want to address one more thing. Despite what's going on with my family, that despite my brother does not appreciate me and my mother doing his laundry. But my mother has been kind of been mad at me as much as we've been mad at my brother. And the reason why I want to say that is because of what's going on. That my mother is saying stupid things that I don't think she gets as much as anything I want to say. But, it's just angers me, and as much as it angers anybody that sorry guys, I'm working on my glasses because they're somehow getting dirty. Anyway, it just boils me so upset and angry because, things my mother's say and do, it just ticks me off. And I do care much about her, but, way she's saying things stupid, she's kind of pushing me away from everything. And what I mean by it is, she doesn't get why I am trying to do what I love to do best. But at the end of the day, all I want is her to understand. And her to say, oh, you're lazy, Lindsie. How can I be lazy when I'm doing this? Or streaming on Twitch? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, I would like to make sure you guys can understand. If you guys have something to say, let me know down in the comments if you're watching this. I know I have to say stuff, but hopefully you guys can understand where I'm coming from, how angry and how upset I was, and how I am right now. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and here's the outro for you guys. And also, screw you, let's drum music. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Don't forget that subscribe button. Also hit that like button so I know you guys care.